Welcome back. Welcome back to Straight Talk right here on 95.7 The Boss. Hanging out in the studio with us is got my producer son up in here hanging out with me. He's just chilling. He's over doing his thing. But we also have, who I told y'all about, just coming to the studio with us is Miss Sheila Fields of B Fields Solution. How you doing, Miss Sheila? Welcome to Straight Talk.
Great. Thank you for having me.
It's been a while. We've been trying to get you on the show, and we've been working together. Thank you so much for what you've done, though, during the Easter time. I never got a chance to thank you for,
of course.
Letting people know about B Field Solution, and also wishing them a happy Easter during that time frame. Well, resurrection. Yes. But you have something coming up soon in July that we need to get the people prepared for. It's something that we really don't talk about a lot, and that's the fire safety day.
Mm-hmm.
So what tell us first thing first. How did you get started with the fire safety?
Well, in addition to starting my own business, I started a nonprofit. Mm-hmm. Once I left the corporate world, I actually focused on more of a purpose-driven life. And I started a nonprofit to carry on the legacy of my parents. I always start by saying I was blessed with really great parents and really guided me in the right way throughout life. And as my father passed on, he would always tell me that God makes no mistakes, right? And so when my father passed on, I carried on his legacy. He always would tell me to keep a fresh vision. He believed in people being empowered. He also demonstrated exercising redemption with folks and giving grace. And he also believed that people should be empowered. So I took a lot of those life lessons and built it into the nonprofit where we continue his legacy of vision, hope, and empowerment. And so one of the really big projects, our annual projects, is called Community Safety Day. Mm-hmm. And that project actually came about from losing my dad and 4 other of my family members within a span of about 10 years. And they all died from one of the top 10 preventable deaths. And so since my dad had always instilled in me God makes no mistakes, I had to stand in that, right? And so the vision was to bless the community, take that pain and turn it into purpose. And what our goal is to bless families that may not be prepared in their home and to prevent catastrophic loss. And that day we work with about 30 to 40 partners, and it's almost like a festival environment, but it's to normalize safety consciousness in our community.
Safety consciousness is something that, you can go to different firehouses and talk with them about, but why is that so difficult in our community to have that conversation? Because it seems like, I know growing up, we didn't have much conversation about those things. It's like you kind of prepare like, oh, if there's a fire or anything like that, get out the house, call 911. Like, yeah. But then it's like the other things that can help, not make everything so catastrophic. Because if you got like, a fire hose or, a fire extinguisher in the house, these other things that, because, like things you can do real quick as you get everybody out the house, well, how come that seems like to be such a hard topic sometimes for us to have?
Well, I can, my response will be based on my experience, right? And sometimes we're just sheltered. And I grew up in a life without very much negative events happening. So I think there may be some naivete in terms of relying simply on 911. I think you have to be cognizant of the fact, and I've heard this phrase stated, we are our first responder. So even before first responders get to you, it's good to have knowledge and tools within your reach to respond to whatever the event is. And many times due to socioeconomic factors or what have you, we may not just have the tools and or knowledge in our home. And that's where we pay a price, because something that could have been less significant can become really severe when you're not prepared on a very small level. And that's what we try to counter by doing this project. And we give away everything free. We have amazing partners that work with us, and we free food, music, and it's just education and fun all day. So And it's just, again, making you really think about paying attention to something as simple as how you walk downstairs, making sure you have 3 points of contact. I lost a friend just simply from walking upstairs and tripping and falling. And so, in my experience, my family members either had people around them that didn't know the right steps, or maybe they were not conscious of the right steps to take, and it can be really devastating.
We're talking with Miss Sheila Fields of B Field Solutions. We'll get into what B Field Solutions does and all that stuff, but we're also talking about Community Safety Day.
The Bobby Byars Foundation, specifically, yes.
And that's coming up in July. What day is that in
The
July?
last Saturday in July, July 27th, from 10 to 3 p.m. on Metro Fort Omaha campus.
That's right. So, and but I love what you said there. You said like stairs, something simple as stairs, just going up and down the stairs. And you said it should be 3 points of contact. Tell us about that. Can you break that down for us a little bit, just so people can not all the way down, but just like those three. Like you need the railing, you need
Yeah, I think it's something that's simple. And a lot of this, I was blessed to work in an industry that really kind of elevated my thinking and made me very conscientious in that way. And something as simple as holding the rail, making sure at least 2 hands, 2 feet, 1 hand, some combination so that you can stabilize. Something that's simple. Something as simple as having a fire blanket in your home, as to lay on top of a small fire on the stove versus a fire extinguisher that has to be replaced and reset. So just really small things can just prevent things getting much larger.
I'm loving this right now because I feel like we're heading to church, but we're learning as we head to church this morning. You know what I mean? Because things do happen, and we panic. The first thing we do is panic. Oh my God! Oh my God! And then if you have the resources already there, this is what I like about what you're bringing in. And I wish we could have got you in here sooner, but I'm glad we got you in now because that's what God's all about. It's all in God's time.
Yes, it is.
So what comes with what will they get? To say come out there, what would they get? What would be in the bags that you're giving away?
We give away anything we collect from our partners. So, for example, this year we have a young man that works with spines, and he's going to offer an hour massage. That'll be in the bag. Stress balls, stress balls alleviate and reduce blood pressure. We'll be adding a fire blanket. Have you ever used a fire blanket before?
No, I never used one.
They're sustainable. They're reusable. So where we used to focus on fire extinguishers, where you have to know the type of extinguisher and it leaves kind of a mess, a fire blanket is something you just toss on top of the fire and you fold it up and reuse it. And so that's, from an economic standpoint, it's very smart. And then we'll have first aid kits. We'll have a template to document your safety plan. Most people, at least based on our data, don't have a detailed emergency plan in their home. And so we'll give a template and show people how to do that. And it's things that we know we need to do, but we get busy and, we just don't get it done. And then a crisis comes and, everyone's overwhelmed. So, those are just some of the things. We end up with all types of information, and of course, our partners will be on the lot, and they've given away things like packets to dissolve unused medicine, lock boxes for medicine, lock boxes for guns. And all of this is free and offered to any of the attendees. So, yeah.
Community Safety Day, July 27th. For more information, if you want to know about it, where they go to?
Well, they can go to the website, Bobby Byars Foundation.org, and look for Community Safety Day, and all the information's there. And also, they can go and register and reserve their bag. We have a limited supply, but if you reserve your bag, we'll hold it until noon that day.
Amen. Well, we're not done with you. We just got that part done. We're going to come right back. We'll talk about B Field Solutions.
Okay.
But we're going to take it to a quick musical break. We got some great gospel music coming up for you. So, Miss Sheila, get ready.
Okay.
I know you're going to jam out in the studio. So, you got any song that you like? I know it's kind of on the spot.
I just like gospel, period. So,
are you a choir type of person
I love
or
a good
praise
choir.
team?
I love a good choir, but I love praise team too. So
Okay, we're gonna
long as
talk
it's
some. We'll
worship,
just
I'm
go to
good.
some Mississippi Mass. How about that?
Oh, there you go.
All right, we'll do
Okay.
some Mississippi Mass right here, right now, and we'll get back to some of the local music right here in the second hour. Right here on Straight Talk, we'll be right back with Miss Sheila Fields of B Field Solutions right after this. Welcome back to Straight Talk right here on 95.7 The Boss, right here on this Sunday morning. Coming into the third hour, we got some great things coming up. Don't forget that Vanessa Bell Armstrong is going to be on the show next week. But hanging out with us right now is Miss Kamara McCormick of TLC Nursing. Welcome to Straight Talk, Kamara. How are you doing today?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
I'm happy to have you in the studio because I know everybody's been hearing about this TLC Nursing when they listen to the show.
They want to know the movement.
They want to know.
They want to know the movement.
They want to know what is TLC Nursing. And so let's talk about it a little bit. What is TLC Nursing?
TLC Nursing is a nurse-owned organization. So the good thing about our company, a nurse owns it. So it's more personalized. It's not
like corporate driven or nothing like that. We know what you are dealing with.
Right. And it's to me it's a family. Mm-hmm. Since I started working there, everyone is a family. We look out for each other and we care. And doing that reflects on our nurses as well. Like I'm not going to send my nurse or any recruits out and not check in with them. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make sure they get the best package, get the best quality, and make sure they have access to me. That's why I give out my 802-304-7950. That number rings 24/7. I respond, I text, I do everything to make sure that your travel and your journey is fun. Because when you're going out there, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. But with TLC, we will hold your hand. We'll show you some tender loving and caring.
I hear you.
Yes.
Take it back a little bit.
Yes, we're going to take it back a little bit. We're going to show you all that effect, all that love and stuff. So,
is it really difficult? Like, do nurses really have because I'm hearing what you're saying when you say like there's is there sometimes
there's pros and cons with traveling. The pros with traveling, you get to see the world. Mm-hmm. You get to learn when you're going to different facilities. Sometimes those are teaching facilities. So you're getting to learn different things that you have not been able to do. Mm-hmm. And then, I just had a mind blank.
That's all right. Because people always talk about like the money. Traveling nurses make all this money. You want to be a traveling nurse, but no one knows like the other things that goes with that. And I think right now is like a great time to, hey, here's a place where you can travel, you can do all these things. And if you know a nurse, let us know.
If you know a nurse, refer a nurse. What they say, if you hear something, say something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you know a nurse, send a nurse. Because we do offer referral bonuses as well. We have assignments all over, from Hawaii, all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the South to the North. So you'll have your pick of option, the pick of the litter, put it like that. And we go to bat for you. We make sure the facilities are clean and make sure you have a good time. And we always check in with our nurses because if we call and you don't answer, I'm calling your emergency contact because I want to make sure you're safe. That's where the caring comes by. Some nurse, I'm not knocking any other facilities, but say that your daughter's traveling and she's a nurse and you can't reach her. So who do you call?
You're going to call who she's working for.
Right. You're going to call me, but don't worry because I'm 10 steps ahead of you. I'm already calling the hotel to do a check. I'm calling all the emergency contacts. So that's one thing that I love about this company because we get to have that flexibility to check on our nurses, make sure they're okay, make sure.
Kamara, I'm loving what you're saying because this is more of a thing for you. Like it seemed like you found like TLC nursing, but with you, you have this comfort that it's like, hey, you're with me and I'm taking care of you.
Because if it was my daughter or if my family member, I would want someone to treat them the same way. I treat all my recruits like family. When you come into Kamara's world of TLC, we're family. I'm going to talk to you. I spoke with a few travelers' mothers because they have kids. So they leave their kids with their mothers. And I want to make sure that their child is taken care of. Someone is looking out for them. We need to start looking out for each other. And if you don't, they get lost in the sauce.
Right. And and you're there to make sure that if it get lost in the sauce, it's like spaghetti sauce or something. You know, like, just come on back home.
Come on back home. We're going to figure this out.
We're going to get you something to eat, baby. Then we're going to let you go figure it out. Then we're going to get you on back out there.
And then we're going to get you back out there.
Yeah.
You know, and I deal with a lot of nurses. They have children. You know, a lot of them are scared, never traveled before. I have 4 of them that's never traveled before, and they're putting their trust in me. And so having that option and having a good support system at home, they're able to see the world. And one of the girls like, you know what, when I'm done, I'm taking my daughter to Disney. Mm-hmm. There's things that she's able to do. One said, I can pay my car off just from traveling. I said, yeah, and see the world. Don't forget that, and self-care. I'm going to watch you traveling. Say if you take an assignment in Hawaii, that's a vacation and a job at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And speaking of it, we do have some Hawaii positions, ladies.
So I'm loving that with what you're saying, that especially to the public, it gives people opportunities to do things that maybe they never even thought of before.
Right. You know, you compare, when you think of traveling, a lot of nurses, I have a staff job already. I'm content. Mm-hmm. But when you're traveling, you're making 3 times that in 13 weeks than you would in a year. Mm-hmm. So why not take that chance and take a leap out on faith? As my grandmother says, walk by faith and not by sight. Get out there and just see the world. There's more to it than where you're at right now. Go to New York. Go to California. Go to Texas. Go to North Dakota. Go to Wisconsin. There's so many options.
It's a great opportunity to just get to see the world, work. Then when you come back home, now you have so many things to offer.
Exactly. And then you could take a vacation. You could take a month off and spend time with your children, your family, and then go back for another 13 weeks, 8 weeks. And we even have year contracts as well.
You know, I like what you're saying there, because what's really interesting to me is I was in broadcast television for like 30 years.
Okay.
And going all over the country, seeing so many different things. Then when I tell my kids like these different stories, and they're like, "Oh, we can go here, we can go here." It's like, how do you know all these things? Because I've been there.
Exactly.
And you have so many things to offer, more than just the job is giving you these opportunities to do so many great things that you probably never even thought about.
Right. I left Nebraska in 2008. Went to Indianapolis, then I went to Florida, then California, Texas, and Georgia. I was able to see the world. So I'm able to adapt to every situation. And that was fun. Just imagine if I was nursing doing that. Right. I'd be rich.
Be like, the Lord hath giveth.
Okay? And make me sure I pay my tithes and offerings.
There
Definitely.
You go. I've got my financial blessings. I got to go somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. But I just want nurses to have opportunities and don't feel like they're stuck. Because every day, to me, when I was working different jobs, I felt like Groundhog's Day. Every day I woke up doing the same thing. Where's the excitement? Traveling, you get excitement. You get to experience this. You know, you're not just stuck in one location. You can do 13 weeks here. I think I want to go to Cali. Take a month off. Let me send you to Cali. I think I want to go to Hawaii. Let's go to Hawaii. I think I want to go to Texas. You know, you have options. Just don't limit yourself. Don't get out the box. Get out the box. See, I'm not in a box. I'm in an octagon. If I get cornered, I'm finding different avenues. Avenues.
Figure it out, right?
Yes, I'm figure it out. And I would love anyone that's listening and you're curious about traveling, you want to know more about it, you can email me at Camara, that's CAMARA at tlcnursing.com, or you can give me a call, 802-304-7950.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, play some music real quick, come back, because Camara has a multitude of talents that we're going to dive into. Could you give us a little sample of the British accent?
I can't do it. I'm sorry, Ricardo. I can't give it to you. Can't do it.
Me mum. All these. So we're going to have some fun with that coming back. And we're going to ask Camara the same question we asked Miss Sheila. You know, if someone gave you a Yelp review for you, what would those 3 words be? So we'll be right back with more Straight Talk with Camara McCormick of TLC Nursing. You'll probably hear a voice. You probably hear a little something coming up in commercial break. We'll be right back right after this.